Laying out precisely what a false identity is, I'll tell you. When somebody dyes their hair, like if they're in their 30s or 40s and they're starting to get gray hair and they don't want gray hair, they want their hair one color like brown or red or, whatever it is, dark color like dark black. So when you dye your hair, you're assuming the false identity because you're attempting to alter your physical appearance into being something that it isn't. You're trying to assume something that you've had in the past, meaning you're trying to look your physical appearance, you're trying to alter it to make it seem as if you're younger than what you actually are. That is the false identity. That's why people get plastic surgery, weaves, wigs, extensions, phony teeth, contacts over their eyes with different colors. Like let's say you have brown eyes naturally, but you get contacts that make your eyes look blue. You get phony fingernails. I mean, it goes on. This is the false identity. This is your attempt to look physically younger than what you actually are, because you are so concerned or overly concerned with what people think, because that's what their system is geared on. It's all youth. It's all youth-based because that's what they can control. They can control the young minds. They can't control a mind that has wisdom and knowledge and, is very well versed in the history of the past, because then that's a lost cause on their part. They can only get to the young minds that are easily susceptible, like flaccid lumps of clay that can be molded and shaped and contoured into assuming any form that this society wishes for it to be molded into. But when you're older, you're ostracized as an elderly person because of the fact that you have all of this information, wisdom, knowledge, and insight into exactly how the system works, that they cast you out as a pariah and ostracize you. So this is the reason why people are coloring their hair, getting plastic surgery, breast augmentations, Botox for the lips, all of that stuff. It's always to look physically younger than what you are, to assume that false identity that fits into a false energy grid, the false network, the false light, the false positive. That's this system. So that's the reason why people are not willing to embrace old age, and they fight it. That's why it's always youth. I found the fountain of youth. Here's how you could look 20 years younger. It's always youth. Look at the movie Logan's Run, 1976 with Michael York. Logan's Run, LOGAN''S. Logan's Run. That's exactly what they're pushing for, folks. A 20-something society that as soon as you hit 29, they kill you. Because by the time you're 30, you're dead. They only want young individuals, children. And it's for reasons you can't wrap your head around, trust me. But anyway, that is precisely what the false identity is. It's also you being disingenuous. Oh, hi, how you doing? You're such a lovely person. Giving compliments to people that you can't stand. That type of thing. Professing you have these things in you when you don't. Like, oh, I'm such a great person. I have my act together. I'm not a work in progress. I've got it all together when you don't. That type of thing. The universe recognizes all of this. You read all of these books to try to keep up with everything and try to keep yourself well versed in what's going on in the world. You keep up with the trends, the latest fashions, what's in, what's out, what's hot, what's not, all that nonsense. That's the false identity. You're not being spiritual. You're being material. This is what I refer to as disingenuous spirituality. Of course it is, exponentially, unilaterally, across the board. There's nothing genuine or veritable about it. So if you find yourself sliding into this category of you being a spiritualist, you're professing chakras and third eye, but you're coloring your hair, something is out of kilter. Something is way off its mark. Because how could you be professing unity and peace and spirituality on one hand, but the other hand you're coloring your hair, attempting to make your appearance look physically younger than what you are? You're being a phony. You got to get, to an understanding of this, of what's actually going on. They make you feel very bad about yourself once you start to get older, because when you get older, they can't control an older mind. That's why they push youth. It isn't because of the youthful appearance. And now these days they're pushing youth to the boundaries. You see 6-year-olds dressed like hookers doing these voice talent shows. It's just disgusting. It's absolutely horrendous what they're doing, and people are just going along with it because people can't think for themselves, so they just follow what everyone else does, and it's sad. But that is precisely what the false identity is. If you find yourself not being yourself out when you're around people, you're not being your true self, you're not being true to yourself, You're not being honest and genuine with yourself or with others, expressing how you honestly feel, truthfully, wholeheartedly, and genuinely, then you're a phony. You're a fake. You're a fraud. You're fitting into the false identity. My channel, I don't pull any punches, folks. I'm old school. I'm not going to coddle you. I'm not going to coddle you with euphemistic conditioning and tell you how, oh my God, you guys are so wonderful. Everybody deserves a participation trophy just for showing up in the parking lot and for having a pulse. That's conditioning you to just be hypersensitive to reality and the truth. So when the actual truth comes by, you're going to be devastated emotionally because you're not equipped to handle it when it comes, because they've never shown it to you before. So therefore, you don't even know what it looks like. And here comes this thing. It's going to bulldoze you. And I'm old school. All I know is truth. When people told you something about yourself, that was straight truth. There wasn't any Freudian slip or any type of social conditioning or political correctness back then. There wasn't any euphemistic conditioning. There wasn't any soft language. People approached you hardcore in your face up front, point blank. Like it or not, here it comes. And that's what made us exactly what we are today. Genuine, honest, veritable, and true. You don't see it anymore. People are playing these pretend games. It's like a role that they're playing in an arcade or a video game. I have to play this specific role in order to be liked by others and fit in. That's being phony. That's the false identity. You have to be honest and truthful with yourself before you can be truthful with others. And if you're being a phony across the board, then you're fitting the false identity. Oh, hey, I hope you guys have a great time. Oh, it's going to work out perfectly for you. But when you tell somebody something about a project that they let you know that they're working on, oh, I hope you're going to be just amazingly successful with it. But deep down inside, you wish they're going to fail or crash and burn. That's being a phony. Because they're doing something that they had the courage to, bring to life, but you didn't, or vice versa. So you have to analyze this stuff. It's all subliminal conditioning and social programming, man. Don't forget, you've been programmed to destroy yourself and others. Doubt, uncertainty, trepidation, fear, negativity. Negativity is the single element that's going to create catastrophic waves of destruction everywhere you go. You don't believe in yourself. You don't believe in others. Oh, forget this. It's not going to work out. He's going to burn. He's going to fail. That kind of thing. I mean, this is the reason why you're trained to immediately revert to a negative default setting where you instantaneously begin envisioning worst case scenario situations. Catastrophic outcomes, conclusions, endings. Oh, it isn't going to work. It's going to, you anticipate, you expect, you presume, you assume the worst. So therefore, that's what you'll see, because you're projecting that future reality, which will become your present, experience. That's just how it rolls. Energy is everything. Attraction has nothing to do with anything. The only time attraction works is if you see somebody you're sexually attracted to or physically attracted to. Then that's a different situation. That's primal inner urges. That's sex, man. That's something animalistic. We're just another animal that occupies the face of the earth. Nobody's different than anybody else. Just like when you see two, primates, two chimpanzees mating because they're attracted to each other sexually. Pheromones, hormones, whatever type of chemicals they're emitting in the air that they're picking up on, that's what's bringing them into each other. Literally. That's a different story right there. When you talk energy, you're not talking attraction. You're talking equivalency, man. You become something, and that something becomes you as extensions of energies. Absolutely, that's how it rolls. And what you want to be happy, be happy. It's just that simple. I told you before, like changing your clothes. You can change your clothes in 2 seconds. You can change your energy in 2 seconds. Your mood is an energy. Your attitude is an energy. Your temperament is an energy. It's all energy. You pick. You want low, high, ultra low, whatever you pick is going to have these certain set of experiences that comes with it. I hope you understand that. And if you are fitting into a false identity, what do you think the life around you is going to look like? You think you're going to be genuine if you're false? If you're a phony and you're a liar and you're a fake, what do you think kind of energies you're transmitting? Think about it. Seriously. And this is the reason why the world is what it is, because you have a whole society full of phony people pretending to be something and someone they're not. The universe picks up on everything. I hear these people go, the universe can't tell the difference between positive and negative. It only recognizes energy. That person's on drugs. Because when you say universe, you're saying God. And to infer that God cannot tell the difference between one thing or another is just absolutely ludicrous, folks. Come on, man. You guys got to wake up. You've been fast asleep for too long. Way too long. They've been lulling you to sleep. into this sleepless slumber in the hopes that you become comatose, catatonic, despondent, and never wake up. Just what they want, a zombie society. That's why they say, get ready for the zombie apocalypse. Well, it's been here for the last 15 years because of cell phones. It's time you guys wake up and realize you have to stop being false. Be exactly the way God created you. Not wearing a wig or a weave or an extension. You know, if you're a black woman, just wear your natural hair, man. Stop trying to look like a white lady with the phony nails and the blue eye contacts and all this stuff. You got this woman, phony hair, phony nails, phony teeth, phony eyes, plastic surgery, looking for a real man. I mean, come on now, man. You know, that's my point. You're phony across the board looking for something genuine. It isn't going to happen. Energy always recognizes itself as an equivalent. If you're genuine, that's exactly what you're activating. That's what you'll see. If you're not, then don't expect to have a genuine experience if all you're doing is being phony, fake, a fraud, and disingenuous, because that's what you're going to be projecting, and that's what you will be receiving as an experience that becomes the culmination of your reality. It is through the consecutive energies of experiences that become the culmination of the concurrent kaleidoscopic reality that you encounter and observe. It's just that simple. You know, I'm not pulling any punches on this video. You know, this world is beginning to wake up, but you got to wake up to reality, folks. Not the wishy-washy, dreamy reality that they've been telling you about, because that's fantasy, that's illusion, and that's fiction. That's the hypersensitive to truth mentality. Because if anybody comes knocking at your door with any semblance of real truth, you guys get seriously hurt, and you just get, you know, they go into a tantrum. Because you're not equipped and conditioned to handle the real truth. Like, for example, when the news finally breaks about the pokey pokey, the pricky pricky, you know, oh yeah, people are going to be irate that they were basically, lab rats. Anyway, you guys have a great day. I'm hardcore, man. I don't pull punches on my channel. I'm not going to be, soft-spoken and lying to you. It's just straight from my heart. You have to seriously chill out with TikTok and just go and enjoy life. God did not intend for you to glue your face to a screen and look at these images being transmitted from China, which is just nothing but brainwashing and manipulation programs. You know, you have no idea who owns and operates the TikTok corporation. It's the Chinese Communist Party, the CCP, which are responsible for hundreds of millions of murders. You know, and they're responsible for millions of murders every year. That's what owns and operates that garbage. You know, it does have its pros because there's some people on there using that medium for good things, to enlighten you, make you aware, make you awakened, and bring you, education as far as you awakening yourself. But the rest of it's just garbage, just like YouTube. The video shorts, the people that have the most subscribers, look at the content that they're putting out. It's garbage. It's just garbage. You have this one guy, his title is Mr., I'm not going to say the last name, but he's definitely one of them. He was approached a long time ago, and his content is garbage. It's just putting out garbage. And he has like 50 million views in one day. That's got to tell you where this world is, intellectually speaking. So be real, be genuine, be true to yourself, be honest. Forget about what people think or feel or say or their opinions about you, because it doesn't matter. Why would you care about what someone thinks about you when they can't even think for themselves? I've said it before, and this is what I'm going to close the video out with. When you care more about what someone thinks about you more than what you think about yourself, you're giving away your everything, your power, your energy, everything. And you think they're honestly going to help you or heal you with that power you've given them? No. They're going to destroy you and hurt you with it. Because when you give somebody your power, you give them the power to either hurt you or heal you. And be honest, folks, how many people these days are actually going to want to help you?